So there, he got one wrong, Mr. Coach. Mr. I don't make mistakes. Mr. I'm smarter than everyone. This is my response to Coach Greg talking smack about me on my natty or not status. He made mistakes, of course he did. I don't know what this guy is. He like super stalker? How the heck does he know so much about me? Maybe he asked my twin all these questions. I don't know. He got so many facts right that it's like I'm almost scared that he's like a stalker. Like I just watched this movie the other day with John Travolta, and he was like some super fan stalker, but he had like mental instability, and they ended up like killing everybody. So I'm like a bit nervous because, man, to know that much about someone, I don't know. You gotta be like obsessed. So maybe this Coach Greg guy's jealous of me or something. But anyway, I'm gonna get into this, and I'm gonna respond to some of the stupid moronic comments that I read, and I'm gonna name these stupid morons, and I'm gonna say what they said so that the whole world can enjoy the stupidity or moronic thoughts and thinking that goes into some of these subscribers who are in fact complete and utter idiots. All right, so some of the comments. Oh, you got it wrong. 125,000 followers. You have 138,000, 139,000. The recorded video happened over a week ago. In a week, subs go up. So he went up 12, 14,000, whatever. He got more subs. So that's just stupid. Why comment? People record videos and post them a week later. So whatever's happening at the time is going to change. It makes sense. Next, he says I'm 44. The guy's 44 years old. I know I don't look it, but I'm 98. Okay, get your facts straight. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, 98. Geez, 44. The nerve of that Coach Greg. He doesn't even say I'm extremely good looking. He says everyone's extremely good looking. I looked at his videos. He's 21 years old, extremely good looking. He has a different accent, and he's good looking, and so on. He looks amazing. To me, he's just a good looking guy with a good body. He has a few good body parts, and he's very good looking. Extremely good body, super good looking. He's a super attractive, good looking, famous fitness model. Why am I not extremely good looking? I'm 98 years old. I look freaking extremely good looking for a 98-year-old. Come on, give me some credit. Now, he's talking about my small testicles. My balls are not as small as you guys think. They're 50% the size tested by my endocrinologist of what the average adult male would be. So when you say the size of a peanut or a walnut, no, even a large grape. The largest grape you see at a store is still much smaller than my freaking nuts. Okay? My nuts are not the size of nuts. They're still normal-ish size. When the endocrinologist tested it, he was like, well, they're a little bit smaller than average, but they're not like low enough to have a sign of like no testosterone production. So they were testing me to see like what kind of problems he has. I'm like, dude, I took steroids and my freaking nuts shrunk. I don't suffer from some birth defect where like, so anyway, my nuts are not that small. Sorry, they're not that small. Try to insult me. I have small balls. I don't care. My dick looks bigger. Bah! Not a problem. He made a comment making fun of my diet, which I am very proud of. Oh, you couldn't build muscle. All you eat is like French toast and popcorn. Last I checked, which I did in fact check, I'm eating 80 grams of protein in most of my breakfast from the egg whites that go into my French toast. Can't build muscle on French toast. What am I supposed to have? Oatmeal and peanut butter. Ooh, that's so good. I need to have this stupid, typical bodybuilding diet. Oh no, you can't eat carbs for breakfast. I'll just have 6 whole eggs because that's how you build muscle. It's all stupid. Whatever freaking breakfast you have, mine is better than yours. I don't care. I have fruit in my breakfast. I have protein. I have bread. Oh, bread will kill me. There's gluten. No, shut up. My diet's amazing. Shut up. And it builds muscle, and I'm the proof of it. Some of the stupid comments. Oh, training harder when you're 10 years old, stunt your growth. That's why you're a short little manlet. Shut up. 5'6.5" is where I tested at my last show. My twin brother is 5'3.5". 3 inches shorter than me. He trained a little bit for 6 months and kind of stopped and trained a little bit later. Is my twin strong? He bench pressed 295, weighing 130 something at his best. That's pretty impressive. Over double his body weight, and he hardly trained. And he's certainly natural. He's got a black belt in karate, and he runs 10 kilometers every day and averages over 30,000 steps a day. He is crazy on the Fitbit, and he does crazy amounts of cardio, and he's currently between 132 and 135 pounds. So my brother's a lot smaller. My little brother, Steve, is 5 years younger than me. He's 156 pounds and races bicycles, and I have pneumonia, but I'm starting to get over it, so I'm gonna try to do a bike race on Zwift, and I'm lowering myself to Class D. My brother races on Class C and wins most of the races. He's pretty fast. He's faster than me, but I can still out-sprint him. Boom. Well, maybe not. I haven't raced in a while, and I'm pneumonia. We'll see. Maybe he'll race me today. My sister is 8 years younger than me, and she's 5'1". And she didn't start training till she got older. And she started at 15, and my sister at 17 deadlifted 330 pounds. 330. Guess what she weighed? 114. So screw you. Genetics. My sister can deadlift more than most of my subs can. Oh, Greg's on steroids. My sister is 114 pounds, deadlifting more than you. And she was natural at 15. And my sister competed in a bodybuilding show at 17 in high school. And there were no junior divisions, and she got 5th place out of 8 as a 17-year-old. My mom is 5 feet tall. My dad is 5'5". I'm 5'6.5". Does it look like I got stunted growth? No, I grew tall. My grandma, who passed away at 94, is or was 4'11". My grandfather, who passed away at 94, was 5'5". My other grandfather, who passed away at 78 or so, was 5'5". And my other grandma, still going strong, over 95, is under 5 feet tall. My genetics are short. All my freaking family is short. No one is tall. I'm tall for my family. I grew. You'd be better off arguing, saying, oh, Greg grew so much because he was lifting weights young. And they're like, oh, you didn't stop growing at 13 because of puberty. Yes, I did. I started at puberty at like 11 or 12. At 13, I was fully grown. Done. No more height. My shoe size maxed out in grade 8 at 12. My shoes, I was wearing size 9.5 in grade 8. No more growing. I am as tall as I was going to be. Nothing I did affected that. I'm the tallest in my family, tied with my little brother. 3 inches taller than my twin. That's it. That's why I'm short. I'm Acadian. This is where we come from. Genetics, okay? That's just how it works. Then we have this moron commenting subscriber named Jamie Alexander. Look him up somewhere. I'm pretty sure this is the same guy who wrote me a private message. I have a good memory because I get 400 to 600 of these a day. And he asked, because he said, oh, did you bench press 415 for like 5 reps when you were natural? And I'm like, I don't remember, but I know that I did 405 for 6 reps. And so I think it's the same guy that commented, because this is what he writes. This guy's full of shit. Well, I do shit a lot. I had 7 shits yesterday. I had diarrhea, probably related to my pneumonia. I had 3 shits before I had breakfast. So yeah, I'm full of shit. The kind that goes in the toilet. He expects us to believe that after 15 years of training at around 149 pounds, he was to be able to get to 179 in a few years, while benching 405 for 6. See, that's what I remembered. Reps, pause, naturally. How would he know that? I told this guy that. He also keeps it Says he keeps it real, never talks about the time he got busted for dealing steroids. I've written at least 10 comments on that. $52,000 fine, 20 months house arrest. Does it look like I'm full of it? I've told people what happened. You don't think you can Google my name? Oh, it's so hard. Greg Doucette, steroid bust. Whatever. It happened. 2012, 7 years ago. People are like, oh, he's such a liar. He doesn't talk about the bust. Yeah, 2012, busted. Whatever. They said I had 250,000, 500,000 worth of products. Did I? Azito had that. It ended up being 61,000. Why? Because I had a thing of creatine. And they said it was raw product. And I'm like, no, it's friggin' creatine. So months and months go by, test it. So they test it. What is it? Creatine. So I go from 250,000 to 62,000. Does the newspaper articles report that? No. Do they retract? Sorry, Greg. We didn't mean to insult and no. They don't freaking do that. They don't apologize. They write their things to sell papers. Oh, former school teacher busted. Yeah. They do whatever to sell papers. They're not going to tell you the truth. Oh, he had this many vials. Legal. GHRPs and CJCs. Legal peptides. Oh, and he had this many bacteriostatic water, illegal stuff. It's water. You buy it at the drugstore for $3. Oh, he used that to make gear. No, they didn't even know. It's such bullshit. You have no idea. But anyway, it happened. Whatever. This was 2012. Does that mean I was not natural my whole life? No. I smoke weed now. Does that mean I did as a child? No. I was 25 the first time I did it. One puff. I drink alcohol now. Does that mean I drank it since I was 13? No. It's just stupid reasoning. I'm just like Lee Priest. Makes up shit under the guise of honesty. People are dumb enough to fall for it. He's a coach and wants your money. Yeah, I'm a coach and I want to make money. That's why I coach for a living. Shocker! I have ads in these videos. Why? Because I make money from YouTube ads. I'm a YouTuber. I like to make money. I prefer not to sleep on the street. My girlfriend probably wouldn't like it if I was some loser that sat at home and lived off her money from owning Pet Value franchise. How do you think I pay for trips to Mexico or to pay to go to Germany or Niagara? It's $6,000 in flights. I have to pay for that by coaching people. That's what I do all day. I work 15 hours a day. So stop being a jealous hater. Freaking go to school. Get your own master's degree in kinesiology. Get your own highest mark every single year. All 6 highest mark, Dean's List, University Medal highest. Do all that. Make your own YouTube channel. Make your own work. Get your own subscribers. Pay your own people to get a website design. Do your own thing. Stop being a jealous hater. Just because I'm successful doesn't mean that you can't be. Stop being jealous. Jealous people, what you do, you put other people down in order to make yourself better. So this Greg is here and you're here. So I'm going to tear him down. Oh, he's so bad. Oh, he's short. He's a manlet. He got busted for steroids. Oh, that means I'm better than him now. Even though I don't have a job and I'm ugly and I'm 100 pounds overweight because I can't do my diet. No, study more, work harder, and come and join me up here. We can all be here. Let's all work together, not tear everybody down for stupid BS. That's how it works. He was saying I couldn't go from 149 pounds to 179 pounds in a few years. It must have been steroids. It was 9 years. Since when is a few years 9? A few is 2 or 3 or 4, maybe. 9 years. And 149 was dehydrated, mind-blowing shredded. The comments in the magazine were blaring muscularity, made everyone look out of condition in comparison. The words in the magazine. I was shredded, 149. 179, that's not on stage. It's just me showing up for a photo shoot. I was 174 and a half, so it's literally 25 and a half pounds gain in 9 years. 25 in 9 years. Does that seem unrealistic to achieve naturally? 25 pounds in 9 years. If I said you could gain 25 pounds of muscle in 9 years, would you say, no way, not possible, not without arms, not without gear, no one could gain 25 pounds. Then literally the next person, I'll write, oh, and then you can't gain that. And then they say, oh, I gained 25 pounds in 9 months. What are you talking about? I'm like, no, you didn't. And then people argue back and forth. So on the one end, I can't gain 25 pounds of muscle natural in 9 years. But on the other end, people keep saying they can gain 25 pounds of muscle in the first year. Which is it? Which? 25 in 9 years. That's like not even 3 pounds a year with amazing genetics. Think about it. Amazing genetics. As evidenced by my sister's powerlifting records, my twin benching over double his body weight without hardly even training. My little brother is a bodybuilder, provincial champion. We just did good, okay? Sorry for having good genetics. I picked my parents. I chose them. You didn't research your parents. I researched my parents. So maybe you smarten up next time. Next, good old sub Tom Pops, who I can't make fun of him too much because I do believe that he's mentally challenged. So it's not his fault. He's born with a genetic disability of the intellect. Although he's wording is intelligent, he seems smart, but he has to be mentally challenged, so I don't want to put him down too much. So I'll just read stupid comments he makes. So you said 80 or 50% of 120-pound bikini models are taking steroids. You're basically like a teenage girl bikini model. No way a bikini model can get that strong natural. Halo testing babe. What in the world does that even mean? See what I'm getting at? That's like the kind of comments I have to read. Next, by Tom Potts, this time in bold so you can really read it. I see you took my recommendation on your Natty or Not vid. Really, I took his recommendation. He did that. Okay, great. Good job, chap. Must be evidence-based science. Definitely stunted growth at 13 by doing steroids at such a young age. When reaching maximum height of 5'6" at 13 and not growing. The hormone steroids fuse your long bone plates. How tall is your brother? In the one photo I seen gyno and pink puffy nips on you or your brother. I don't know which was which. My twin is fraternal. He has blonde hair. Blonde. I have black hair. I can't tell which is which. My twin is blonde. My twin weighs 135 pounds. I weigh 192 pounds. My twin is a runner and karate. You can't tell which is which. But we can't make fun of him because he's mentally challenged. So let's not be mean. So anyway, he does like 5 of those a day on every single video. And so I just hope he's not like going to be one of those stalkers like I explained in that movie with John Travolta. And then like they're, a little bit off, let's say. And then they show up at your house unannounced and start. So hopefully he doesn't show up and start doing weird things. But there's something wrong with this guy. I mean, you're bound to 140,000 subs I have probably. Bound to be 1 or 2 that are not quite normal. So anyway, moving on. One error was made, and Doucette Kong pointed it out. The show that Coach Greg kept saying I did in 2006, the drug-tested nationals in which I won, was in fact 2007. So there, you got one wrong, Mr. Coach. Mr. I don't make mistakes. Mr. I'm smarter than everyone. Well, you're not smarter than Doucette Kong, because he pointed out it was 2007 that you won overall at the tested nationals, not 2006. So ha. And another thing about this coach, he's such a jerk. He keeps saying stop messaging him and asking him all these questions for free. I'm now getting 600 messages a day and I can't keep up. I'm going insane. Stop writing me. Stop. Don't ask for free advice. Too much, too many questions. I can't do it. All right? Now I lost my train of thought. Yeah, like he thinks he's better than all his clients. He gets 400 to 600 messages a day asking for free advice and he doesn't give it out? What an a-hole. He should spend the 5 or 6 hours spent on free advice to people who are taking anabolics. Why should he charge for that? He charges $100 for a 15-minute phone call in US dollars. $175. I looked it up on his website. $175 for a 30-minute call. What does he think he is, the president of the United States? $175 for 30 minutes. Geez, I know lawyers that charge less than that. Come on, he's ripping you off. Why would you ever call and ask him a question? $100? Man, it might only take you 19 hours to figure that out on your own. Why spend $100 when you can research for 19 hours and save that? That's like $4 an hour. Think of it, you can save money. And he charges like $1,100 or even $1,250 for contest prep for the first month. And then half of that every month after that. So it's like $550 a month on average. Or I mean, if you get smaller plans where it's not like the diet included or not trained, it's a bit cheaper. But come on, $1,100 for the first month and then $550 a month after that. I know famous coaches that coach like Mr. Olympia people who charge less than that. But I mean, I did see his plans and they are like 40 pages long with like 20 times more options than every other coach. And he thinks he knows more than everyone. I don't know if he does. Does he really? I don't know. Maybe write Chris Aceto. Ask him about SARMs. See what he thinks. Maybe write George Farah. Ask him all the questions about SARMs. See what they know. Ask him about peptides. See about their diet. Think what they can do. Ask him how many options. So this, I recommend you hire one of these other famous coaches because they've been around the whole time and they coach famous people. Who's Greg coached? Ian Valera? He only turned pro at like, 22? He's only been in the Mr. Olympia. Yeah, he's only coached Ian Valera. Ian Valera coaches Chris Bumstead. He's only the Mr. Olympia. It's not like Greg coached Chris. He only coached Joe Elves to an IFBB pro card, a couple other pro card, whatever, as if he knows any. He hasn't coached anyone to actually win the Olympia, so why would you hire him? Wait a minute. 90% of his clients don't compete in bodybuilding. Oh, wait a minute. So maybe they wouldn't benefit more by hiring a Chris Aceto or George Farah or one of these Olympia prep gurus. I don't know. Maybe, whatever. Maybe he's not that bad after all. I don't know. Whatever. And the comments going on about I can't bench press 232 at 13 that I'm lying. Well, I remember the day I benched 212 because that was more than my dad could do, and his max was 210. I remember that. I remember I could bench press more than the basketball coach, and he didn't believe me, and all the friends were like, yeah, I've seen him do it. And I remember when I could bench 293, and one of my friend's parents didn't believe it. I had to go to their house and bench like 285. He was like, okay, I believe it now. No one believed it because I was so small. I didn't have big muscles, but I was really strong. I don't know why. It's just genetics. Another thing he didn't mention. Man, when I was 16 years old, I got in a bike accident and tore the 3 ligaments in my shoulder. And I was in a sling for like 3 months. And this was right before I was going to enter a bench press contest at 16, which I would have won, but I couldn't. And I remember going back, and I had 60 pounds more on the left side of the bar than the right. And the weight would go up slow, and it took years to balance out. So you might see some of my old photos where I'm like not quite as big. There's one with me and my twin, and he almost looked bigger. That's me not training for 6 months after being injured, and my shoulder was separated by a full inch. The x-ray looked insane. I'm like, oh man. They ended up not having to screw pins in, but it just healed on its own, but my shoulder is a full inch lower than this shoulder. So when I pose, I have to like stick it out more and this less to kind of balance out. So I don't have as wide of a shoulder as I could have had I not gotten that big accident. Anyway, there's my response. He got a lot of it right. He, of course, got some of it wrong. There's always somewheres in the middle. Anyway, that's my rant. Coach Greg. What am I supposed to say now? I'm Greg Doucette or Coach Greg here? I don't know what I am. Okay, GregDoucette.com to hire for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro, Instagram. Bloop video, watch. Watch this too. Bell button, subscribe, do stuff, swoosh stuff. Come on, join the party. Let's get me at 200,000 subs in a month. Let's make it happen. Let's make it 1 million in 2 years. Let's do it. Do it! And I'm out.